The 4 ugliest WWE championships that fans hated. Last night's WWE Monday Night Raw gave us a standout moment with John Cena and Cody Rhodes. Before Cody hit the ring, Cena opened up to the crowd about his history with the fans, touching on their mixed reactions over the years. One thing he brought up was his Spinner World title from 2005, a belt that got a ton of hate back in the day. Traditional wrestling fans couldn't stand its flashy look, and plenty still feel the same now. But here's the kicker. As much as people disliked it, that Spinner title doesn't even crack the top 4 or 5 worst designs in WWE history. Believe it or not, it's not even the ugliest championship Cena himself introduced. So, let's break down the 4 belts that take the crown for being the ugliest in WWE history. All of them came under Vince McMahon's watch, and 3 hit the scene in the 2010s. Ready to see which ones made the cut? On number 1, we have the infamous Copper titles. The WWE Tag Team titles were once the only tag belts in the company, holding strong for years. That changed in 2002 with the brand split, when WWE rolled out the World Tag Team titles. Over time, belts came and went, merged, retired, or replaced, but the WWE Tag Team Championships stuck around. Then, in 2010, things took a turn for the worse. A new design dropped and it was a total mess. Nicknamed the Copper or penny belts, these titles were an awful muddy brown color. Later, when Raw and SmackDown got their own tag team titles, WWE kept the same terrible look, just swapping brown for silver. Thankfully, those eyesores are history now, replaced by belts that actually look decent. Number 2, the Universal Championship, a fan's nightmare. Fast forward to 2016, and WWE went through another brand split. The classic world title landed on SmackDown, leaving Raw in need of its own big prize. Enter Mick Foley, the general manager at the time, who introduced the Universal Championship. Fans hated it from the jump. With its garish red strap and oversized W logo, it was a design disaster that no one could get behind. The belt was so bad it stole the spotlight from Finn Balor and Seth Rollins' battle to become its first champ, for all the wrong reasons. It stuck around until Roman Reigns won it and fused it with the traditional world title, now held by Cody Rhodes. On number 3, it's the WWE 24/7 Championship, a joke of a belt. Mick Foley wasn't done yet. He later brought out the 24/7 Championship, and fans still roast it to this day. This belt was a tacky combo of gold and green that looked like something you'd find in a toy store, not a wrestling ring. Its rules were just as wild. It could be defended anytime, anywhere, as long as a ref was around. Think Crash Holly's Hardcore Championship days. Sure, it had its funny moments, but the design was unbearable. Most fans cheered when Triple H stepped in, and Nikki Cross chucked it into a trash can, never to return. Good riddance. Number 4, the Spinner United States title, a total eyesore. Back to John Cena. His 2005 Spinner WWE Championship split opinions. Traditionalists hated it, but kids ate it up, and it sold like crazy. A year earlier, though, he introduced another Spinner belt that didn't win anyone over, the United States Championship. Plastered with the words "Word Life," it was outdated and just plain ugly. When Cena dropped the title to Orlando Jordan, part of JBL's crew, the belt ended up in the trash. Literally. Years later, the 24/7 Championship got the same treatment. Clearly, WWE knew this one was a dud. So, there you have it. The 4 ugliest championships in WWE history. From copper flops to toy-like rejects, these belts prove that not every title can be a winner. Which one do you think takes the top spot for all-time worst? How is John Cena planning to ruin pro wrestling? And is it possible without winning the WWE Championship at WrestleMania 41? Or maybe he could bring back one of those ugly titles. John Cena's current storyline in WWE has taken a dark turn following his heel transformation and alliance with The Rock. During a recent segment on Monday Night Raw, Cena revealed his ultimate goal: to ruin professional wrestling. His primary plan hinges on defeating Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 41 to win the undisputed WWE Championship, becoming a 17-time world champion, breaking Ric Flair's record, and then retiring with the title. By walking away with the championship, Cena intends to leave WWE without a legitimate title holder, forcing the company to create a new belt while he positions himself as the last real world champion. This act, in his view, would tarnish the prestige of the championship and spite the fans and wrestlers who have, in his words, abused him over the years. While Cena's main strategy relies on winning the WWE Championship at WrestleMania 41, there are plausible ways he could still attempt to ruin pro wrestling if he loses to Rhodes. Here are some scenarios, including the possibility of bringing back an ugly title like the Spinner belt. On number 1, abusing power with The Rock. Cena's alignment with The Rock, a member of the TKO board of directors, gives him access to significant corporate influence. If Rhodes retains the title, The Rock could intervene at Cena's request and strip Rhodes of the undisputed WWE Championship. This abuse of power, handing the title to Cena or vacating it entirely, would infuriate fans, undermine the championship's legitimacy, and create chaos within WWE. While this wouldn't destroy pro wrestling outright, it would damage the company's image and fan trust, aligning with Cena's destructive intentions. On number 2, bringing back the spinner belt. Cena could resurrect the infamous spinner WWE Championship, a garish, toy-like title he once customized that was widely despised by fans, especially traditionalists. If he loses to Rhodes, Cena might unveil the spinner belt, declare himself the real world champion without earning it, and parade it around as a mockery of the current titles. This would dilute the prestige of the undisputed WWE Championship and the World Heavyweight Championship, frustrating fans and wrestlers alike. It's a direct nod to the user's mention of one of those ugly titles and fits Cena's heel persona perfectly. On number 3, targeting Jey Uso's moment. If Jey Uso defeats Gunther to win the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 41, Cena could crash Uso's celebration. Frustrated by his loss to Rhodes, Cena might attack Uso post-match, bruising and bloodying him to ruin the fans' joy and set up a future title opportunity. While this wouldn't immediately ruin pro wrestling, it would keep Cena's quest for a 17th title alive and further his narrative of chaos and disruption. On number 4, injuring Cody Rhodes. Even if Cena doesn't win the title, he could intentionally injure Rhodes during their WrestleMania match. Rhodes has proven he can compete through pain, e.g. his Hell in a Cell match with Seth Rollins, but a severe injury could sideline him for months or even a year. Losing their top champion and star would be a significant blow to WWE, disrupting storylines and frustrating fans. However, WWE has weathered such setbacks before, making this less likely to ruin the industry as a whole. Cena's stated goal of ruining pro wrestling is ambitious, but in reality, it's unlikely any single action, even winning and retiring with the title, would destroy the industry. Pro wrestling, and WWE in particular, has a long history of adapting to controversies, injuries, and fan backlash. Actions like stripping Rhodes of the title or bringing back the spinner belt would certainly anger the WWE universe and damage the championship's prestige in the short term, but they'd also fuel dramatic storylines that could ultimately draw more attention to the product. Cena's heel antics are designed to provoke, not dismantle, the business. In conclusion, John Cena's primary plan to ruin pro wrestling involves winning the undisputed WWE Championship at WrestleMania 41 and retiring with it, leaving WWE in disarray. If he fails to defeat Cody Rhodes, he could still pursue his goal through alternative means, leveraging The Rock's authority to strip Rhodes of the title, resurrecting the spinner belt to mock the current championships, attacking Jey Uso to spoil his potential title win, or injuring Rhodes to disrupt WWE's plans. These actions, while disruptive and infuriating to fans, are part of a scripted narrative meant to build drama rather than genuinely ruin the sport. The outcome hinges on WWE's creative direction, but Cena's heel run promises to keep fans on edge either way.